Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be possibly a how-to repair video on a Gallagher B11. This is I think a discontinued unit. They don't no longer make. They make a bunch of parts for it still, so they can still be fixed. So we're going to go through this thing, see if we can get it going for a guy. There's our information right there. So we also work on cattle scales and low bars, and there's an website for that. But either way, there's name and address, phone number, and stuff you can get all of us by. Alright, so let's turn this thing. Note on the side says light flashes, no output. So, alright, so this is can run off of internal D cell batteries, I think 6, or it comes with a 12-volt cord that plugs in down here that goes to a 12-volt external 12-volt battery. But to open it, you're gonna I grab a hold right like this and twist, because you have to get these. They're more normally like this. You got to turn it and then kind of wiggle and pull. Come on, there it goes. In this particular unit, how old is this thing? That's serial number on there, the sticker right there. The first 2 digits of the year it was built, 2002. And if you're ever curious, it's been worked on before. The new module assemblies look just like this, and they've got a sticker on the inside as well, and the number should be the same if it's the original one, which it is. So this is the original board, and I can see right now it's getting a little moisture in, or some battery corrosion. See, that's where the 6 D cell batteries, there's 4 set up here and 2 right here. You can see a little bit of corrosion from the battery terminals, but he's got the 12-volt cable hooked up to us. That's probably what he was using, since this corroded up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hook this thing up to got an external power supply here. I think this clamp's broken, so I have to put a new clamp on this thing. It's not a big deal. So let's just go ahead and power it up, see what it does. So it may have just a bad transformer in it, or we might have to put a whole new board assembly in the thing, which basically makes it new on the inside. Alright, so let's hook up a black wire there, red wire here. This has a couple of different switches on it. Positions, 0 is off, so we'll take it all the way to the left. And 1 is slow pulse, 2 is a faster pulse, and then you have sun/moon, which when you look at the inside of this thing, here it is. This has a night save, day save type of feature to it. There's a little sensor. There's 2 light bulbs on it. There's a big bulb, that's your red flashing light like normal, and a little bitty one next to it. That's your sensor for the nighttime, daytime stuff. And the only time that this nighttime stuff is activated or whatever is only when you have the switch set to over here. If it's on either one of those 2, this doesn't really matter. Now what that is, if you look on the inside, it has a switch right here. And then if you look at the little chart there, it tells you what all that means. I guess when it's up, there's a little sun and a little moon, like a half moon. So during the day, if it switches up, it's faster during the day, slower at night. If it's down, it's slow during the day and faster at night. You can see a little pulse, a little triangle, a little pulse. So it's faster during the day, slower at night when it switches up, and slower during the day and faster at night if it switches down. But like I said, that only matters when you have the switch all the way to the right. If it's on, first position, it's slow pulse day and night. Switch position number 3, which is on setting number 2 right here, number 2. That's fast day and night. So it depends on. It's only there for like conservative batteries. So if you got animals active during the day and then they go to sleep at night, not too worried about them getting out or whatever, you could put it to the up position on here, so faster in the day and slow at night, and then that's when that matters, and then you could maybe conserve some battery on the thing. Or if you're worried about predators of some sort, or maybe you're going on a trail to go do some camping or backpacking or horseback riding or whatever, take one of these and a battery, or put some internal D-cell batteries in this thing. And maybe you want to protect yourself from protect your horse from mountain lions or bears, or I don't know, something like that, and not too worried during the day. You can put the night to day save, which is where it saves the power during the day, slows it down, so you put the switch to down, and it's slower during the day and faster at night, so it pulses a little faster. So let's put the power supply up to about 13 volts. We're going to put the switch to number 2, and it doesn't do anything. You said it flashed but no output, but it doesn't flash at all. Let's okay, well, it's just for, let's test on the inside to make sure we're actually getting power in. Turn it off real quick. My power supply says 13 volts, so we're going to put the DC voltage, which is that little symbol right there on this meter. Let's also make sure this is plugged in correctly. And look inside, there has a minus and a plus. So red's on the right, black's on the left. So we're going to go across this and see what we read. Little contacts right here. Okay, we're not getting any power into it, so that's one reason why it doesn't come on. Let's clamps are pretty crusty looking. Let's maybe see if we just got some corrosion or whatever. Let's get this red wire. Okay, that red wire just broke. I mean, that's a problem, so we'll put the power supply lead back on there. And this clamp's broken already, so we're going to have to get rid of it anyways, because it just kind of flops around there. So we're going to pull that off. Yeah, a little crusty, but not too terrible. But we'll go ahead and strip it back. Put the black wire, negative wire on here. Alright, now let's check power in before I turn it on, just to see if that made a difference. Alright. Oh. Well, we're getting 8.8. I got my power supply set to 13. So why are we losing so much voltage between here and here? We must have corrosion or something. You can see this red wire, and it's hard to see in the video. It's got some corrosion built up on there. I imagine there's a lot of resistance in this wire, so we must have some draw. The current voltage and everything can't flow through, so it's cut a little bit off. And see if you strip back so you get to a cleaner part of wire. Now it's pretty crusty too. Well, let's just temporarily, let's bypass this and let's just put power. So I get power right on it. Well, I can't. Let's turn it on, and I'm just going to touch it right to the board. See it happens then, right there. Alright, now it's flashing, but I hear no output out of it. Let's see. Trying to remember what okay. Here's the output right here. It comes off the side of the case. Let's do an ohms check right here That goes to the output side of the transformer. Test right here. 38.5 ohms. Let me go grab another transformer and compare it. Okay. There's a new transformer. Don't know if this will, I don't know which terminal on here is output and input, but we're going to just play around until we see what it reads. It reads about the same, 36.9, so 38. I mean, the 2 ohms shouldn't make a difference, so the transformer's fine. So we've got other issues. So let's, before I get too deep on messing with this thing, there's so much going on with these little boards. There's a little transformer down inside there that could be bad. You can't get them stupid things. I can't seem to find them. Let me grab a new board kit for this thing, because the guy already okayed me just to put the new board in there and call it done, but I gotta find it real quick, so give me just a minute to find that. Oh, it took me a while to find, but there's, comes just like this, the new board and everything. So that's the new board. So if you look at it, quite a bit changed in 20 years of these things. They look very similar, but they are different. Alright, so this has a couple of different features on it now for the switches. There's a little blue switch, does some different things, but it looks like if you look up and just broke the board. No, I'm kidding. So if we look at the it's set on night save, which is fast during the day and slow at night. So we're going to set, what's it set? One down, 2 up, 3 down. 1 down, 1 down, god dang it. 1 down, 2 up, 3 down. So just like that. So it is set on night save already. So we're going to leave it there. Okay, so now we need to pull these wires off. And they're labeled with the little ground symbol. These have a kind of a 90-degree angle thing going on with it, sideways thing. So it goes over here and loops around this and comes down like that. So you want the wire to come out the side of it that way, and just kind of do this and snake it up and around. It comes in and goes that little notch right there. Oop, come on, there, like that. And do the same thing on the other side. It's kind of crusty, so same thing there. Come out the side, up and over the yellow capacitor on this one, zigzag around, snapping in like that. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out what's wrong with this battery cord. Why isn't it working? Why are we losing voltage through it? So let's do an ohms check or a continuity check or whatever. I do notice that these are pretty crusty on the inside, so this could be part of the problem. Let's do a resistance check and see if one's worse than the other. So we're going to go red to red. So that kind of resistance reading we get. So there's part of a problem. That should be 0 ohms. Should be like this. And red, it's got lots of resistance, 13, 14 million ohms. So basically an open. So that's, the red wire's a problem. Let's go to the black one to see what it reads. Black one's got a little bit. It should be 0, and it's got about 2.5. So that could just be the length of the wire that's doing it. But let's replace this wire with a new one. I don't want to jack around it because it's all encased, and I could just add wire and make my own. I guess probably be the easiest route. But let me see if I got a wire that will work. Yeah, I've got one, kind of used one, but it should work. Let me go see how long it's for the old one. Make sure it's long enough. Yeah, it's actually about the same length, so that's good. So now we're just going to, right there should be fine. We're going to cut off this white plastic insulation off there, without cutting the black and the red on the inside. Should be wide enough. Should be. So we'll cut off just a little bit more. It gives a little room to breathe. A little flexibility. Come on. Okay, that plug on there, so that's good. Wait a minute, wrong positives over here. Shit's going on there. There we go. Like that. Clamps. This wire's loose, so we'll put a lot smoother feeling too on the switch. It's also brand new. Alright, let's power it up. Nice bright red LED, easy to see. Check the output. Turn it off real quick. I'm going to try something. Go across the clamps. That's right where the power comes to on the fence and ground side. See what it reads there. .5 kV. And one thing I noticed is his top of his case got this hole there. Now they made two different variations of this unit. This being a 19-year-old unit. The original ones back then, all the way to about 2010-ish, they had a rod that went all the way through the case with a handle on top. Had a big rod that was about 2 foot long or so, and had a big 3 foot long, whatever it was. Had a spike with a step-in foot thing on it, so you could step this into the ground to hold it upright while you're out there in the field. Use it for making portability a little easier. But if you look at this one, the hole goes right through this all the way to there. This one, the hole's there, but not down there. See, it's all sealed off. And this one's got the hole all the way through it. I think we can just punch that out of there. Let me just take a screwdriver. Let me just tap the back side of the screwdriver. Yep, it's popping out. Let me one more good hit on the other side of that thing. See, popped right out of there. Now you can put that rod straight through there. And look, it's got the new has all new springs in it as well. See, that one was all corroded. This one's all clean. So basically, now the unit's basically brand new inside. So I just slide that up there like that. And then you want to get those little ear things lined up. Oh, don't turn on. Come on. Make a liar out of me. Oh. There it goes. It's just a little cockeyed. And twist. Get a little turn that way to lock it in there. Now it's good. So let's power it on again. We'll just make sure we can see the light pretty good. See? Now turn the light off first so you can see it. Alright, well, good to go now. Let's see what kind of spark this little thing will throw out. It's only a 0.11 joule, or 0.1 joule, so it's not very strong, but probably stout enough for what it's designed to do. Let's turn it on. Hopefully this thing doesn't bite me by accident. Shouldn't, but hopefully it doesn't. I mean, not going to knock you to the ground, but you wouldn't be able to hold that more than once. Alright, so we're going to call this unit all finished, all done. Get everything boxed up for the customer and sent out the door. They've already okayed the repair on it. There's our information right there. So if you got a electric fence box need to be worked on, happy to take a look at it for you. If you want to buy parts from us, sell you a part to fix your own unit. This unit is basically brand new inside and has a 1.5 year warranty on it. The only thing we can't cover under our warranty is water damage, but these are, once you put that rod through there, it's, it's basically sealed up from the weather. It's not waterproof by any means because there's no gasket in there, but it has to be in a flood. But nothing really will survive a flood. Even a solar unit that sits outside, it's sealed up pretty good. I've seen those get water damage too. But this is basically a brand new unit inside, so it's good to go now. So, well, hopefully you like this kind of stuff. Hit us up if you need some parts or have some questions or want to send us a unit. Send us a unit in. We'll take a look at it for you and work on it. Alright, until next time, see you later.